How many of you right here, right now, feel the invisible weight of saying yes when your heart screams no? How many times have you put the peace of others above your own, only to find yourselves exhausted and resentful? This is the silent dilemma countless women face every single day. We are often praised for our selflessness, for our nurturing nature, for our ability to carry the burdens of the world on our shoulders. But I tell you, true freedom, true victory in life, begins not with endless giving, but with the most powerful word you can ever pronounce: no. Imagine your energy as a vast, deep ocean, without boundaries, without clear shores or protective harbors. Your waters spread thinly, diluting their power, becoming shallow and vulnerable to every external tide. But when you consciously build dikes and secure ports, when you define where your ocean ends and another's begins, that ocean transforms into a formidable reservoir of power, capable of propelling great ships and generating immense light. This video is about building those precise, unwavering dikes for your inner ocean, safeguarding your most precious resource, yourself. Today I will share the profound secrets of how to establish unbreakable boundaries. This isn't merely a defensive tactic, a way to keep others out. It is the master key to unlocking a life of unparalleled clarity, unwavering purpose, and authentic power. Women who set boundaries are not selfish. They are in fact the ones who truly win in life. They win back their time, their peace, their voice, and their authentic selves. And you, listening to me now, will discover how to become one of them. To truly understand the transformative power of boundaries, we must first confront the unseen enemy, the invisible price of having no boundaries, the quicksand of self-denial. What exactly are boundaries? In their simplest form, boundaries are the limits you set to protect your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and temporal space. They define what you are and are not willing to accept, what is okay and what is not okay for you. They are the invisible lines that mark where you begin and where another person ends. But what happens when these lines are blurred, or worse, non-existent? The consequences for women in particular are devastatingly familiar. You find yourself trapped in a quicksand of constant giving, leading to burnout, a gnawing resentment that corrodes your inner peace, and a profound loss of your unique identity. You become emotionally unbalanced, your energy perpetually drained, leading to chronic anxiety and a pervasive sense of being overwhelmed. It's like being a doormat, constantly stepped on, or an emotional sponge, absorbing every negative emotion from those around you until you are saturated and heavy. You give and give, expecting nothing in return, or hoping for a validation that never truly fills the void, only to find yourself empty, questioning why you feel so depleted. At the root of this struggle often lie deep-seated social conditioning and cultural expectations. From a young age, many women are subtly or overtly taught to prioritize the care and comfort of others. We internalize what is often termed the good girl syndrome, or the people-pleasing pattern, a subconscious directed to avoid conflict, to be agreeable, to put everyone else's needs before our own. We are often praised for our selflessness, for our ability to manage everyone's emotions, and for our endless capacity to give. But this constant outward focus, without a strong inner core, ultimately leads to self-betrayal and exhaustion. We become excellent at meeting others' expectations, but utterly lost when it comes to honoring our own needs and desires. This isn't just an anecdotal observation, it's a reality validated by extensive research. Health psychology, through studies on stress and well-being, including the groundbreaking research by Dr. Brené Brown at the University of Houston on vulnerability and courage, consistently demonstrates that the inability to establish clear boundaries is one of the greatest predictors of emotional exhaustion and burnout. Our bodies and minds send clear signals of overload when our energy is constantly drained without replenishment or protection. When you fail to set boundaries, you are essentially signing up for emotional debt, accumulating a deficit that will eventually manifest in your physical and mental health. From a Shaolin perspective, a renowned Buddhist monastery in China, famous for its profound discipline, philosophy, and martial arts, where for over 1,500 years masters have cultivated deep self-awareness and control. We understand the critical importance of containing one's energy, not just physical energy for martial arts, but vital life force. Discipline in our tradition is not about rigidity. It is a profound form of self-protection. It is the conscious choice to guard your inner reserves, to direct your energy with intention, rather than allowing it to scatter or be siphoned away by external demands. Without this inner discipline, without clear boundaries, you are like a well without walls, constantly overflowing and emptying, unable to hold what is precious. To truly win in life, you must first stop losing yourself in the quicksand of endless giving. Now that we've truly confronted the hidden costs of boundless giving, it's time to shift our perspective. Our second crucial step is to understand that true strength is not reacting, it is defining. The pillars of self-mastery through boundaries. For too long, many of you may have perceived setting boundaries as an act of selfishness, a cold or aggressive stance. I want to shatter that illusion here and now. Establishing boundaries is one of the most profound acts of self-love you can undertake. It is saying a powerful yes to your well-being, your peace, and your authentic self, even if it means saying no to others. This isn't about pushing people away, it's about drawing a sacred circle around your own essence. Think of it like this: your personal energy is not an endless, renewable resource. If it's constantly being siphoned off, it needs protection, definition, and conscious allocation. When you set a boundary, you are not being mean, you are being clear. You are teaching others how to treat you, not just by what you say, but by what you consistently allow and disallow. What are the essential pillars that support this formidable structure of self-mastery through boundaries? First, self-awareness. You cannot define what you need to protect if you don't know what your needs are. This involves deep introspection. What are your non-negotiables? What truly drains you? What activities, conversations, or demands leave you feeling replenished, and which leave you depleted? This level of honest self-assessment is foundation. Second, clarity. Once you know your needs, you must be able to communicate them directly and simply. Vague hints or passive-aggressive gestures will not suffice. Boundaries need to be stated, not implied. Third, consistency. A boundary established once and then ignored is not a boundary. It's an invitation for others to test your limits. Consistency is the cement that solidifies your boundaries, demonstrating to yourself and to others that you mean what you say. And fourth, but certainly not least, courage. It takes immense courage to face the initial discomfort that often comes with setting a new boundary. There may be resistance, guilt, or even anger from those accustomed to your boundless giving. But remember, their reaction is often a reflection of their discomfort with your change, not a true judgment of your worth. Imagine building a magnificent temple, stone by stone. Each stone you lay is a conscious act of self-valuation, a deliberate choice to honor your sacred space. The strength of this temple comes not from the approval of onlookers, but from the unshakable foundation you build within yourself. This is the essence of true self-mastery. I encourage you to adopt the practice of a conscious pause before responding to any request. Before automatically saying yes or I'll think about it, pause, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, how does this make me feel right now? Does this align with my values? Do I have the time and energy to give this wholeheartedly without compromising my well-being? This brief moment of internal inquiry is incredibly powerful. It shifts you from a reactive state to a proactive one, allowing you to respond from a place of intention rather than obligation. In the Shaolin tradition, training is not merely about combat. It is fundamentally about internal control and the cultivation of an unwavering inner state. My venerable master, Shi Heng, used to say, the greatest battle is won before it even begins. When you define where the line is, defining your boundaries is precisely that. It is your line of peace, your line of integrity. It is an act of proactive self-defense that prevents depletion rather than reacting to it. Now that we've explored the profound principles of why and how to build these inner fortresses, our third crucial step is to delve into unbreakable strategies, how to implement boundaries in real life. This is where philosophy meets practical application. It's not enough to intellectually understand boundaries. You must embody them in your daily interactions. The cornerstone of effective boundary setting is assertive communication. This means expressing your needs, thoughts, and feelings in a way that is clear, calm, and respectful, without aggression or passive aggression. It's about stating your truth firmly but kindly. For instance, instead of saying, I guess I can try to squeeze that in even though I'm swamped, you can simply say, I appreciate you asking, but I can't take on anything new right now, or I'm not available to discuss that topic at this moment. rather than getting drawn into endless, draining conversations. Practical phrases become your allies. I can't do that. My priority is X right now. I need Y. Your body language should mirror this assertiveness. Stand tall, make eye contact, and speak with a steady voice. Understand that when you begin to set boundaries, you may encounter resistance. People who are accustomed to your boundless giving might react with guilt-tripping, anger, manipulation, or even feigned hurt. It's vital to remember that their reaction is almost always about their discomfort with your change, not a reflection of your worth or your action being inherently wrong. Maintain your calm. Reiterate your boundary if necessary, but do not engage in lengthy explanations or justifications. Your boundary is your statement, not a negotiation. This requires a deep internal shift, where you trust your own needs enough to stand firm without needing external validation for your decision. In our modern world, establishing digital boundaries is also incredibly important. The constant barrage of notifications, emails, and social media feeds can be a huge drain on your mental and emotional energy, often creating an illusion of constant availability. Consciously decide when and how you engage with digital platforms. This might mean setting specific times to check emails, putting your phone away during meals or before bed, or even taking a social media detox. This isn't about being antisocial, it's about protecting your focus and reclaiming your mental space. And here's a powerful insight from science. Behavioral neuroscience, particularly the work of Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett at Northeastern University, on how the brain constructs emotions, suggests that by consistently practicing assertive communication, you are literally building new neural pathways that reinforce your capacity for self-expression and reduce reactivity to conflict. This creates a virtuous cycle of confidence and well-being. When you choose to speak your truth and set a boundary, your brain is learning to process these interactions in a calmer, more empowered way, making it easier each time. You are essentially training your brain to become a more effective guardian of your peace. The Shaolin approach teaches us to find calm at the center of the storm. We cultivate a mind like water, flexible, adaptable, yet capable of resisting immense force without breaking. This emptiness or inner stillness allows us to navigate external challenges without becoming rigid or emotionally shattered. When others push against your boundaries, imagine this calm core within you. You don't need to fight, you simply hold your ground, knowing your inner truth is your strength. This deep composure allows you to be flexible without compromising your integrity. Once you've mastered the art of setting and maintaining these unbreakable boundaries, you will begin to experience profound shifts in your life. Our fourth transformative step is about understanding the silent victory, how boundaries elevate every area of your life. This is where your efforts truly bear fruit. The benefits are concrete and far-reaching. In your relationships, they become more authentic and respectful. You will naturally attract individuals who value you for who you truly are, rather than for what you can give. Toxic connections will either adapt to your new boundaries or gracefully fall away, making space for healthier, more reciprocal interactions. You will experience deeper connections because you are engaging from a place of wholeness, not obligation. In your career, you'll find yourself with increased focus, leading to greater productivity and genuine recognition, not from overworking or constant people-pleasing, but from the excellence that comes when your energy is directed intentionally. You will have more clarity on your priorities and the courage to pursue projects that truly align with your passion, rather than simply taking on everything out of fear of disapproval. Your mental and physical health will flourish. The constant stress of overgiving and holding resentment will diminish, leading to reduced anxiety, increased energy levels, and a profound inner peace. Your body will thank you for honoring its need for rest and replenishment, and your mind will clear, allowing for greater clarity and creativity. Most importantly, your authenticity and purpose will soar when you live aligned with your values, free from the burden of external expectations. You manifest your true essence. You discover what truly ignites your soul, and you pursue it with unwavering determination. This is not just about feeling better, it's about becoming the woman you were always meant to be. Consider the journey of Maria, a 38-year-old marketing manager. For years, she was the go-to person at work, taking on extra projects, staying late, and rarely saying no to colleagues or her boss, all while managing a demanding family life. At home, her kindness was often taken for granted, and she felt perpetually exhausted and resentful. After discovering the power of boundaries, Maria began her silent revolution. She started by politely declining non-essential tasks at work that fell outside her role, stating her priorities clearly. At home, she communicated her need for personal time, delegating tasks and creating sacred spaces for herself. Initially, there was discomfort. Some colleagues seemed surprised, and her family had to adjust. But Maria held firm. Within 6 months, her stress headaches disappeared, her energy levels skyrocketed, and her relationships both at work and home became more balanced and respectful. She wasn't doing more, but she was doing what truly mattered, with a newfound sense of purpose and joy. Maria's story is a testament to the quiet power of boundaries. It was not about winning over anyone, but winning for herself. A silent yet magnificent victory that resonated in every area of her life. The victory here is not about dominating others, but about conquering yourself and your conditioning. It's about the return of your energy, your time, your voice. It's about reclaiming your sovereignty. When you elevate your vibrational frequency through clear boundaries, you naturally repel what no longer serves you and attract what genuinely nourishes your soul, making space for a life of purpose and fulfillment. We have journeyed through the profound path of how women who set boundaries always win in life. We began by confronting the invisible price of not having boundaries, the quicksand of self-denial and exhaustion. We then established that true strength isn't about reacting, but about defining, by understanding the pillars of self-mastery through boundaries: self-awareness, clarity, consistency, and courage. We delved into unbreakable strategies for implementing these limits in real life, from assertive communication to digital boundaries, and saw how these actions physically transform your brain. Finally, we explored the silent victory, how setting boundaries elevates every area of your life, leading to more authentic relationships, thriving careers, improved health, and a profound alignment with your true authenticity and purpose. This journey is not just about a set of rules. It is about a radical transformation of your relationship with yourself. You are not destined to be a people pleaser, perpetually giving until you are empty. You are a powerful creator, a conscious architect of your destiny. When you choose to protect your energy, to honor your needs, and to stand firm in your truth, you are not just changing your life, you are stepping into your true legacy, a legacy of strength, freedom, and boundless potential. Your ability to safeguard your energy, to live authentically, and to manifest a life of joy and purpose is not merely a possibility, it is your inherent right. The strongest women are not those who are untouched by challenges, but those who understand that every experience is an opportunity to deepen their wisdom and amplify their light. Your journey from exhaustion to empowerment, from self-denial to self-sovereignty, is the most profound transformation you can undergo. It's your ultimate reclamation. So, my question to you as we conclude this profound exploration is this: now that you understand the unparalleled power of boundaries, what is the very first boundary you will commit to establishing in your life today? Where will you give yourself permission to say no, to protect your inner temple? The power is in your hands. Do not let this knowledge remain just information. Transform it into action. Transform it into your new reality. Share your commitment in the comments below. Tell us, what specific boundary will you set, or what will be your first act of self-protection? Your courage and your action will inspire countless other women on their own journeys of liberation and self-sovereignty. If this video has lit a fire within you, please show your support. Your engagement helps this message reach more women who deserve to win in life by protecting their own essence. Gratitude.